A Lenawee County man pleaded not guilty to his wife's murder 2 years after her disappearance. Dee Warner's husband, Dale Warner, was arraigned on murder and tampering with evidence charges from jail today. He pleaded not guilty to both charges. We talked to Dee's brother, Greg Hardy, about the case and the fact that Michigan does not have the death penalty should Dale be found guilty.
Well, that's the best I could get. I mean, that's the most I could get. Recognizing that there is no death penalty in Michigan, and in some cases I would be a law and order person that would believe there should be. But it is what it is.
Warner's attorney asked for him to be released on bond. The judge said no for now, but will hold a bond hearing Monday morning to revisit the request. Christy Gurlett breaks down the case from the time Dee disappeared in April of 2021 to Dale's arraignment today.
April 25th, 2021. Warner's friend says she saw her drop off her daughter. Court documents show Warner told her friend she was going to meet her husband, Dale. Family and friends worked with police in the following days to find the missing 52-year-old wife and mother, but they never found her.
As time goes on, we are more and more concerned about her safety.
At that time, the sheriff said Warner didn't have her cell phone, and investigators were watching social media for any potential evidence. Months passed, and still nothing. Lenawee County Sheriff Troy Bevere brought in federal agencies to help in October of 2021.
This is a kind of a cumulative culmination of all of the information that we got over the summer and that we've gotten either through tips or investigation. We brought in a lot of help. We brought in partners from FBI, Michigan State Police, and DNR.
Nearly 1 year later, after her disappearance, police issued new search warrants. Warner's family offered a $50,000 reward for anyone who could help find her remains.
Working together, creating some harmony in that, I think is going to be very, very important. And I think we could get closer than we've been in a long time.
Her family worked tirelessly alongside local and federal agencies, and even hired a private detective in the spring of 2022.
We came up with a game plan for how to approach the case from a bunch of different angles. The civil case, the wrongful death case, is just one of the angles.
Billboards popped up to keep Warner's face and name in the public eye, and the community hasn't forgotten. Something Warner's family is thankful for to this day.
To have the support through these times is something we could never thank people enough for. Feels awesome.
In September of last year, Warner's family petitioned for the courts to declare her legally dead.
Something has happened here that's dreadfully wrong, and somebody has to be responsible for it, and we think we know who that is. And so when we get to that point, and that actually takes place, that will be the justice point. But not till then. Not till then at all.
Early this fall, Dee's family attempts to declare her officially deceased so they can control her assets and file a wrongful death lawsuit against her husband. It's then we learn that Michigan State Police believe she is dead and that Dale is their only person of interest. In September, a judge rules Dale is in contempt of court, stating he intentionally and deliberately sold his wife's assets after being instructed by the court not to, still maintaining his innocence in her disappearance.
Mr. Warner doesn't know what happened to his wife. I mean, he maintains his innocence. He's maintained his innocence since this first happened back in April of 2021.
Still today.
Still today. He doesn't know what happened to his wife. He did nothing wrong.
Fast forward to Tuesday. Michigan State Police believe they know the person responsible and arrest Dale, charging him with murder and tampering with evidence. In the courtroom Wednesday morning, Dale is silent.
He has no emotion, and just by his acts you can tell that he is completely intent with what he did, but he'll never admit it. In his mind, he's believing his own lie, his own story, and he's had to program himself that way to do that in order to survive, I guess you could call it.
Dale Warner will have a bond hearing Monday morning, but as for now, he remains behind bars. For WTOL 11, I'm Christy Gurlett.